Hey guys, in today's Top 5, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite books written by multi-ethnic writers. So before I begin this top 5, I'm going to first tell you about Rincy Reads, who started this discussion video about race, gender, and reading habits. In her video, Rincy Reads was basically kind of doing like this diagram of the types of books she reads and classifying books based off of gender and race. And so that got me thinking about my own reading habits and the type of authors that I read based off of gender and race as well. So that is the whole inspiration behind this top 5. So at number 5 is The Autobiography of My Mother by Jamaica Kincaid. Jamaica Kincaid was born in St. John's, Antigua. Her book, The Autobiography of My Mother, is a fictional autobiography about a girl who lives in Dominica. And the whole book is basically about colonialism and oppression. The narrator of the book starts off telling us about her life and the death of her mother during childbirth, and what this death does to this girl throughout the rest of her life. So even though the title says The Autobiography of My Mother, the book is in fact not an autobiography about this girl's mother. The book is in fact about this girl, our narrator. Like I said, it's a book that's heavy in oppression and colonialism, but it's also heavy with sexual symbolism. At number 4, My Year of Meats by Ruth Ozeki. Ruth Ozeki was born in New Haven, Connecticut, and she was raised by her American father and her Japanese mother. My Year of Meats follows our narrator, Jane, who is a Japanese-American journalist, and Jane is hired by this Japanese company. This Japanese company works for this other company who is called BeefX. BeefX wants to promote the use of American beef in Japan through a Japanese television show called My American Wife. So Jane is hired as this creative producer of the show, and every week on the show, a different Japanese wife is shown using American beef. So the book, not only is it discussing cultural themes, but it's also discussing reality shows. That reality shows, they're not just an American thing, they're popular around the entire world. And it's through watching this show that Jane begins to develop her own identity and find her own strengths and weaknesses. And this book is quite disturbing on occasion. It can get pretty graphic. If I'm recalling correctly, I remember a scene where Jane, I believe she goes to a farm, a meat farm, and she witnesses the butcher of cows. I want to say it's this book. I believe it is. And I remember it being so graphic, and the image sticks in my head. So you got this commentary on reality shows, culturalism, as well as animal abuse. At number 3, Native Son by Richard Wright. Richard Wright is African American who was born in Mississippi. Native Son is about 20-year-old African American Bigger Thomas. Bigger lives in poverty, and he lives in a very downtrodden area of Chicago. Bigger has to get a job to support his family, so he goes off to get a job, and the job that he lands is one where he's going to be working for some very wealthy white people. He goes to work for a man named Mr. Doughton and his blind wife, and they also have a daughter named Mary. Bigger just does not understand these people. He does not understand the words, the language that they use. He doesn't understand their lifestyle, and they actually make him feel very uncomfortable. So basically, Bigger's job is to be a chauffeur for Mary and her communist boyfriend. So while out escorting Mary and her boyfriend, things happen. The two, Mary and her boyfriend, they are openly talkative with Bigger, and they ask him all sorts of questions, and they try to include him in their life for that evening. Mary and her boyfriend part ways for the evening, so it's Bigger's job to get Mary home. But Mary is passed out drunk, so Bigger carries Mary up to her room and takes the opportunity to kiss an unconscious Mary. But at that moment, Mary's blind mother comes into the room. So worried that Mary will possibly wake up, he proceeds to smother Mary with a pillow. To start off with, I had to read Native Son for an American literature class, and to be honest, I was not looking forward to it. I was worried that it would be really dull and boring, but I was pleasantly surprised by just how good this book was. I was just really entranced with it from page one, and it was just, everything got so dark and menacing just all of a sudden out of nowhere. I was not expecting what happened between Bigger and Mary. I remember reading that page and being in absolute shock. So some of the themes in Native Son are obviously the themes of racism and oppression. But there's also themes of the hypocrisy of justice and themes surrounding communism and religion. At number 2, Things Fall Apart by Chinua Achebe. Chinua Achebe was born in Nigeria, Africa, and his book Things Fall Apart is considered one of the most widely read books in African literature. The novel takes place in a fictional Nigerian town, which is inhabited by the Igbo people. And the story is about Okonwo, I probably pronounced his name wrong, and his leadership of this little village. The book is set in pre-colonial Nigeria in the 1890s. So the book is about this clash between traditional values and traditional culture versus this colonialism that is invading their village. Okonwo is a very strong, capable leader, and he's hardworking, and he refuses to show any weakness in his person. His big thing is to gather his own wealth by his own means, because his father in the past was a very cheap man and he borrowed a lot of money and abandoned his wife and children. So Okonwo is determined to not become his father. What I remember most about this book was the fact that Okonwo is one of those narrators that, even though he is the protagonist, he's the type of character that you're either going to love him or hate him. You're either going to support him or want him to fail, because he is such a very strong character. He is very firm in his beliefs and his thoughts, and he's not going to change his ways. The big themes presented throughout Things Fall Apart deal a lot with oppression and colonialism, but also things like gender, religion, traditional values, and probably one of the biggest themes, ambition. And at number 1, The God of Small Things by Arundhati Roy. Arundhati Roy was born in India, and she's also a political activist, and her most well-known book is The God of Small Things. The God of Small Things was her very first book that she wrote, and it tells the story of the childhood experiences by a brother and sister who are twins. And the basic idea behind the book is how little events in someone's life build up, and how these little things build up and affect the course of your behavior throughout your life. The big themes presented throughout The God of Small Things are things like Indian culture and Indian history and Indian politics, as well as class relations and cultural tensions. And one of the biggest themes is this idea of forbidden love. Some of the forbidden love in this novel deals with the twins' mother, who has an affair with another man. And it's this affair that their mother has with this man that causes just this big tidal wave of plot development and action and a lot of the issues that happen throughout the book. And not only is there this forbidden love element between their mother and this other man, but the twins themselves get rather incestuous at some point. The twins feel like they are the only two that understand each other, know each other, and that they feel like they are the only ones that they can rely on. So the book it's actually really sad in some ways. So that's it for my top 5 favorite books written by multi-ethnic writers. I hope you guys enjoyed. I feel like I didn't really describe these books that well. A lot of these books I've not read in an extremely long time. I had to go to Wikipedia to refresh my mind on things, so hopefully I didn't get anything wrong. But yeah, I really enjoyed Rincy Reed's discussion on race and gender and reading habits, so I'm going to put her video in the link in the description box below if you want to check it out. I ended up loving all 5 of these books, and I highly suggest and recommend that you guys pick them up at some point if you're looking for something new and different, and if you want to educate yourself on these subjects, on colonialism for instance. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you've read any of these books, please let me know in the comments below. So don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye guys.